Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, A Morning When Boy Woke Up Before Me. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don and oppose. Like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. That morning began like many others, yet it carried a softness that felt different, as if the day itself was breathing gently. The sky outside my window was still pale, caught somewhere between night and morning. The alarm on my phone had not rung yet, and the world was wrapped in a calm silence. Or at least, that's what I thought, until Boy woke up. Boy, my dog, has a talent for sensing time in ways I never fully understand. He doesn't need a clock. He doesn't need sunlight streaming through the window. Somehow, his internal rhythm tells him when a new day is about to begin. On that morning, he decided that the day should start earlier than usual, and that I should be part of it. I felt it first as a presence, a warm weight near my feet, then the soft sound of breathing, closer than before. When I opened my eyes just a little, I saw him sitting beside the bed. His ears were slightly tilted forward, his eyes wide and gentle, shining with quiet excitement. His tail moved slowly against the mattress, not fast enough to make noise, but enough to show he was awake, alert, and happy. Boy did not bark. He never does in the morning. Instead, he leaned his head closer, resting his chin gently on the edge of the bed, watching me like I was the most interesting thing in the world. His gaze carried no impatience, no demand. Only a simple question. Are you awake yet? I tried to pretend I was still asleep. I closed my eyes again, holding my breath slightly, hoping for just a few more minutes of rest. Boy noticed immediately. He always does. His tail stopped. His ears twitched. Then, very carefully, he lifted one paw and placed it softly on my arm. Not pushing, not scratching, just a light touch, as if to say, I'm here. I couldn't help but smile. The room slowly filled with early morning light, pale and golden. Outside, a bird chirped once, then again. Boy shifted his weight, climbed halfway onto the bed, and curled himself near my chest. His fur was warm and smelled faintly of yesterday's sunshine. He sighed deeply, a long, content sound, as if waking up early was not a task but a joy. At that moment, I realized something simple yet beautiful. Boy didn't wake up early because he had something urgent to do. He woke up because he wanted to share the morning with me. And in that quiet space between sleep and waking, the day already felt kinder. Once I finally opened my eyes fully, Boy knew the moment had arrived. His tail wagged faster now, thumping softly against the bed. He stood up, stretched dramatically, front paws forward, back arched, mouth opening in a long yawn, and looked at me with clear excitement. This was his favorite part of the day, the beginning. I sat up slowly, still feeling sleepy, while Boy hopped off the bed and waited by the door. He didn't rush me. He simply sat there, posture straight, eyes bright, as if standing guard over the morning itself. When I finally stood, he circled my legs happily, his tail drawing invisible lines of joy in the air. The house was quiet. The floor was cool under my feet. As I walked to the kitchen, Boy followed closely, his nails clicking softly, a sound that felt oddly comforting. I poured myself a glass of water and prepared his bowl. He sat patiently, as he always does, even though I could see the excitement in the way his ears moved and his body leaned forward just a little. When I placed the bowl down, he didn't rush in immediately. He glanced up at me first, waiting. I nodded, smiling, and only then did he begin to eat. Watching him enjoy such a simple meal felt grounding. Every bite mattered to him. Every movement was filled with focus and gratitude. After breakfast, we went outside. The morning air was fresh and cool, carrying the smell of grass and distant flowers. The sky had turned a soft blue, and the sun was just beginning to rise above the rooftops. Boy stepped onto the ground and immediately lowered his nose, reading the world through scent. Every leaf, every corner of the yard told a story only he could understand. He paused often, not because he was tired, but because he was curious. He looked back at me frequently, as if checking whether I was seeing the same world he was. When a butterfly fluttered past, Boy froze, eyes wide, tail stiff, unsure whether to chase or admire. In the end, he simply watched it disappear, then looked at me with what felt like a small smile. We sat together for a while. I drank my coffee slowly while Boy lay beside my feet, chewing on a small stick he had found. The world felt unhurried. No notifications, no rushing thoughts, just a dog, a human, and a morning unfolding gently. What struck me most was how present Boy was. He wasn't thinking about yesterday. He wasn't worried about tomorrow. He was fully alive in that moment, and through him, I learned to be there too. That morning, when Boy woke up before me, stayed with me long after the day moved on. In our modern lives, we often wake up already tired, already thinking about responsibilities, deadlines, and worries. We rush through mornings as if they are obstacles instead of beginnings. But Boy showed me another way. Animals live with honesty. Boy didn't wake early to be productive or efficient. He woke up to connect, to share time, to simply be. From him, we can learn the value of presence. When we slow down and truly notice the small moments, morning light, quiet air, a companion's warmth, we reconnect with ourselves. One important lesson is responsibility with kindness. Caring for an animal teaches us patience, empathy, and consistency. They depend on us, not just for food and shelter, but for emotional safety. In return, they offer unconditional trust and love, something rare in human relationships. Another lesson is balance. Boy reminds us to work, rest, play, and observe the world with curiosity. He shows us that joy doesn't come from having more, but from appreciating what is already there. By respecting animals, understanding their needs, and sharing daily life with them, we build a gentler world, one where humans and animals grow together, learning compassion, understanding, and quiet happiness side by side.